Hi, my name is Yasu from Japan, and in my video, and welcome to my channel. This is a hitorigoto channel, means I talk to myself and basically sharing my experience and my life stories, and hopefully you find it in somehow interesting and in somehow useful because you're gonna use your time to watch this video. So today I'm gonna talk about the topic that I got the smartwatch for making my depression treatment a little bit more smoother and everything. And then I'm gonna actually talk about why this has been working in some way effectively, especially for my sleep disorder, and then improving the communications between me and then myself, and then me and then my psychiatrist. And then also the latter part is that I'm gonna talk about why I actually ended up buying a smartwatch and then really wearing it. And for those people who know me personally, it's very surprising, I believe, because my friends know that I hate wearing any accessories or anything at all. That's why I don't wear like necklace or like those bracelets or accessories, or like I didn't even wear a watch at all. But now I do, and there's actually a surprising benefits which I didn't foresee. So this is what's happening so far. So one of the things that I found challenging ever since I started to suffering from the depressions and especially sleep disorder is not especially like especially depressions and then the sleep disorder is how to communicate with myself and how to communicate with especially my psychiatrist to get proper suitable treatment, because I realized that depression is basically a brain function error, and it's nothing like, let's say, breaking my bone. Because, for example, if I break my bone, it hurts, so I take painkiller and they put supports and everything, and as time goes by, they do X-ray, they confirm that the bone's actually not fixed, but like reattached. I don't know how to say it in English. And then less pain or maybe no pain. Once my hand would be able to use, then I could feel there is some mobility issues. But if I do rehabilitations, maybe like the workout and a little bit, I'm gonna regain muscle, and then mobility is gonna be a little bit more flexible, and then so on. Which is actually easy for me to recognize how much good progress I will be making, and then it's really healing, and then that creates a good positive cycle for me physically and then mentally and psychologically. But when it comes to depressions, it's a brain error, which means that things that I feel or things that I experience and the things that I can verbalize, perceive and percept very skewed. So everything that I see, feel or perceive or anything right now will be different from how it is in July, which is the time that I have started to suffering from the depressions officially as diagnosed. And I'm sure that even I feel better now, but compared to, let's say, last year, which is nothing really happened, I don't think I am up to that level of last year. I can feel it, but I don't know how to verbalize it, and I don't know how to quantify it. And because I cannot quantify it, then I don't know how to get to the level. And then my conclusion here is that I don't think I will ever go back to that state, because I experienced this. I've been experiencing still, which would make me, which would change me in some way. It's gonna be a positive change, negative change. I think in the end it's really up to me. So I'm trying and hoping to turn things into a positive thing here overall. Anyway, but when it comes to sleep disorders, I realize that it can be quantifiable, and then it can be more easy to measure the change in terms of the how the treatment is being working. Because ever since I've diagnosed as depressions, I use iPhone and make notes every day, kind of like a journal and diary, but very short sentences. When I wake up in the morning, I ask myself how I feel. I write down like, oh, I feel normal this morning. In the lunchtime, I ask myself how do I feel. Oh, I don't feel that much energy. Then I'm gonna write. I would write down less energy, and I've been doing that ever since then for my depression, mood, and everything, energy level, and also sleep, and then so on. I also do the same thing for the male menopause, super low testosterone things, and then situations as well. So that I do that because I want to know how I change, and I thought that I could use it to communicate better with doctors to get better treatment. That's how I started on like keeping the journals on my conditions. And then this smartwatch is very effective, especially for the sleep disorder situations, because it automatically measures when I fall asleep, how much longer I was in a deep sleep, REM sleep, light sleep, regular sleep, and so on. But forget about the accuracy of it. But still, it gives me kind of like an overall picture, because I don't need the precise information. I need the trend, how my body would respond to the treatment, so that I can communicate with my doctors better. But it turns out that it really helps me to communicate with myself as well. So I bought this one right after my Taiwan trip, and then I start wearing this one, and it has been monitoring my sleep and everything. And ever since then, there is at least one time that my doctor adjusted my sleeping pills, and then since the last adjustment, which is I think it's the fifth adjustment on my sleeping pills, my sleep condition quality has been improving really, really well. I've been feeling that way. And then the data that sends from this smartphone shows that as well. And there's an app, and I can see the data in daily basis, weekly basis, and a monthly basis. And then I can see how it has been changing. And then the beginning of October, I went to a trip with my Australian friend, spent 2 nights with him. And then of course it affected my sleep. Everything is there as a data, and everything is quantified. So it really helps me to see that my sleep condition has been improving, especially started to improve much better since the fifth adjustments on my sleeping pill. And it helps me to communicate with my doctor better. It helps him to see in my state and conditions for some of the part in a quantified way, so that he can actually give me better guidance options and everything. And he was actually surprised that, okay, you're really the first person ever, first patients ever that who shows those records, shows the records of those sleeping and everything. and then actively seeking for guidance and then so on. So this is one of the things that he was surprised. I showed the data, and then I asked him if I should consider to try to get back to my sleep quality like last year, which is before everything happened, or should I be satisfied with what it is right now, because it's much better compared to July, which is the month when I officially diagnosed as depressions. And I also told him that physically and mentally, I feel that I'm in a good place. I feel that I get enough good rest every day. So I don't really feel seeking for more in terms of the sleep conditions. But as a professional, can you give me the advice? And then I could say that, he's surprised to hear a patient saying something like that. And he says that, yeah, Yasu, the average sleep that app shows it's less than what's recommended, but everybody's body is different, and even though the average hours of sleep is fewer than what you said that you usually had last year or before you got depressed, but still, as long as you feel that you get enough rest and everything, that's already good enough. And then I don't want you to push yourself to seek more if you feel enough, because sometimes seeking more would actually cause some unseen issues. And I agree with him. So I'm really happy with what it is right now in terms of the sleep situations. And then other symptom of my depressions has been pretty much very well under control with effexor and venlafaxine. So for those people who have some issues, how to communicate with yourself or how to communicate with your doctors, maybe one of the way that I can recommend is that find a way to measure your situations objectively and in a more quantifiable way, like using smartwatch and everything, and then it does automatically everything. And another benefit that I didn't see that coming is that because of this one, I use my computer, I use my smartphone much less, which is a good thing, especially for my depressions. Because before, like in my house, I don't have a watch or clock or anything like that. That's why, like, whenever I want to know what time it is, I need to open the computer, or like I need to use my iPhone. But once I use those computers or iPhone, I just keep using, and then watching Instagram or like watching YouTube or like watching X or Twitter or something like that. But because of this, I don't use social media or anything like the iPhone or computers much, which is something that I didn't expect, and it's actually very healthy for me, beneficial for me, I think. So this is the first part. The latter part, why I really ended up agreeing and willing to wear a watch. So first of all, as I said, a lot of my friends knows that I hate wearing things like necklace or bracelets or accessories or watch. That's why I have watch, but I don't use that. And even there is some incident that took place, I just call it like the Burberry watch incident that took place like 20 years ago, and then it was funny. And then the person who got involved also find it funny as well, and then the person forgave me, so that's okay. But unless someone actually asks me what the incident was, I'm not gonna get into the details here. But so when I was in Taipei, I had a dinner with my ex at the top of the Chinese, at the top of the Taipei 101. There is a good Chinese restaurant. I highly recommend. It's really fantastic view, and their cuisines are so delicious and everything. I just simply wish that I could drink some alcohol with it, but like I was kept watching, drinking tea. So like my ex was very worried about me, and then my ex wanted to know what's going on, and then I explained a lot of things, and then also like I was just sharing what what I did on that day, which that I stayed at the Humble Boutique Hotel on that day, and because specifically it got recommended by my friend. Also, it has a pool. And then I was really suffering from the sleep disorder back then. So I was thinking that what if I swim a lot? That should make my body so tired. So I should be able to sleep better. More and better. That's what I was hoping for and expecting. So I think it's like one way, 25-meter, I believe. And then I was swimming like 10 rounds at least. And I did that 3 times a day. And then I complained, well, I not really complained, but I was telling my ex that, but still I cannot sleep. That's how bad my sleep disorder is. And then my ex was looking at me saying that that's not normal, Yasu. And then I realized that yeah, my sleep disorder is one thing, but what I really did was is not normal. Until that was mentioned, I didn't really notice. And then like the he how do I say it? And then like the my ex was like telling me that I'm not really me, indicating that way, and I agreed. And how do I say? So my ex was like, showing that why do you try smartwatch? And then like introducing the Xiaomi, the Redmi Watch 3 Active as the one that my ex wears it, and then explained how it works and then how it enjoys it and everything. Um, but also my ex knows that I hate wearing those kind of things. But it's cheap, it's worth trying. So I got URL and everything, and I didn't know that Xiaomi didn't have a physical shop in Japan. So after I came back to Japan from Taiwan, like I was trying to make an order from online, but it's out of stock. And then like I went to like Yodobashi or Big Camera. Those are the electronic store websites in Japan, and I found one. And somehow I have like 4,000 points, so I used this. So basically, I was able to buy this one like 1,000 yen, which in a US dollar right now probably $6 or so. It's so cheap. Anyway, um, so everything is good to go. Another one of my concern was that because I hate wearing anything, maybe I'm just gonna take it off and stop using it, but it's not expensive, so I was like, well, let's see how it goes. Surprisingly speaking, I keep wearing this one ever since then, and it doesn't bother me. If anything, accumulating, getting all the data daily basis really, really make me interested. Oh, this is how my body responds and it changes and everything. And then because I don't really pair this smartwatch to my iPhone, so whenever there is like the line or anything, it doesn't give me any notifications, which is also a good thing. And also because I think I don't use that much functions here, it can last for 6 days or 7 days without charging. And then that's really a good thing. So overall, this really changed, and it also really made me feel that I am changing, which is the biggest surprise ever because I never thought that I would actually wear a watch ever again after the Burberry watch incident. Anyway, I hope you find this information in some way useful, especially for those people who suffer from these sleep issues. It might help you to see your situations more objectively and a quantifiable way, and it helps you to establish better communications with your doctors. And then if they can get better communications from you, then they might give you more specialized treatment in line with your conditions. I think that's what I want to say. So thank you for watching my video, and if you're still watching, please subscribe to my channel because I'm really trying to get 1,000 subscribers. So please take care of yourself and have a good day. じゃあね、バイバイ。